Okay, welcome to Talius. I am Dan McLean, the production manager, and I'd like to take you for a tour. This is some of our storage of our profiles that we use for our roll shutters. It comes in a C-can. We receive a C-can roughly once a month, and takes us about 7 hours and about 7 of us to unload and put all the material away. It's a tough day, but it's a good day. It kind of brings everybody together working on the same project, the same goal, rather than working individually, which we are most of the time. So this is the saw we're cutting our profiles with. So he will generally fill these buggies up throughout the day. The buggies will move out throughout the shop over to rails, for example. This would be something that he'd be cutting here. From there, those will be cut onto the carts and move out throughout the shop. This area here is where we store a lot of our material, our rails, our build-up, tubing, etc. We've nicknamed this area the Green Mile based on all the green racking we have. Everything is labeled with a label, customer name, order number, so we know how to track it and run it through the shop. One of our assembly benches here, which we have a bunch of end plates on. These are the end plates that we'd be storing behind us. They come down, they get some brackets put on them, and that will end up going into a roll shutter box, as you see here. This is where Brad would be working, again building the boxes. He's over here right now sorting parts that will be going shipped out with a lot of our orders. So important to make sure everything's counted accurately. As we get in the field, they don't want any mistakes. So we move back through here. This is where we store our shafts. All our different shafts that will be going inside the panel boxes. Again, more panel boxes, panel box storage up on the sides, and our panel box saw is at the back here where all these boxes would be cut. So this is kind of an exciting area. We've got some pretty high-end machinery in here. We have a new welder, which we'll look at, as well as an optimizing table for cutting our screen cloth. This piece of equipment keeps everything straight, square. We don't have any issues with any of our cut dimensions with this. From there, they're cut and put onto our welder. Now this welder has the capability of welding many screens at once based on the size here. As you can see, we can do all these screens in one weld cycle. Okay, this is where we have our Habitat screen loading. So the Habitat screens are built in the screen room as we just looked at, and they are loaded here at the screen loading table. The box will be placed, the screen will be loaded into the box. When the customer receives the end product, it will be ready to roll, literally. We hang our materials. This would be for our curtain. Most likely this will be getting an AG process on it, which is anti-graffiti. That will go on this, give it a little more of a shine to it. Somebody comes along with a spray can and wants to, throw some graffiti on there, it'll basically just wash off. It'll just drip off, and they won't want to waste their paint on that. So once the product is done from paint, it'll hang, cure, and reassembled, as we can see Kara doing right now with one of our units here. So every item that goes out the door goes through a thorough check, and every component that could possibly be in that unit is double checked for accuracy. That's something we take very serious, and this program has effectively put us at a 99% quality assurance rate out our door. So a fantastic program for us. From here, the product will become into packaging. So we are packaging up anywhere from 25 to 50 units per day out of our shipping currently right now. So we're doing some crate building over here. This would be a wholesale order going here to one of our customers. This would be raw materials in here, packaged up, ready to ship anywhere from New York City to Ontario, or anywhere in between. That is basically a quick trip through our manufacturing. There's a lot more details we'd love to share with you in our next video, but that's just a short version of how our system works here.